Right, so starting off here we have our base image with fourfold symmetry established. Now we are going to turn it into a fourfold symmetrical mandala. So to do that, you select all, edit, copy, select, none, edit, paste as, new layer, and something a little different this time. Layer, transform, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Now that's going to put the boundaries of the layer, the boundaries of the new layer outside of the boundaries of the original layer. So we want to go to Image, Fit Canvas to Layers, and then we go back to Layer and go do a layer to image size. What that will let us do, see, I'm going to now open that up a little bit there so we can see the whole thing now, and I should be able to do this without taking away visibility on the background layer. So let's see what happens. Go to Select by Color tool and click in the transparent area, and indeed that does exactly what I want it to do, so I don't have to take visibility out on the background. And now go to Select and Invert. See what that does is, now when we go to the background image, now when we do the copy, what we are going to be copying is where the background image and the new layer intersect with each other. So edit, copy, select, none, make your second layer the active layer again, because we want this to come in above that in visibility. So edit, paste as, new layer. So now generally the easiest way to do this that I've found, because we want that to line up with what's on the background layer, is to remove visibility from the center layer and rough in our alignment here, looking at without changing how we're looking at it. Now probably, I don't know, and you see how that, if it doesn't look to you right, it's just because my hand's bobbling anyway. We're not quite lined up, and I usually don't manage to line it up by hand just like that. So what we're going to zoom in a few times, and now I'm going to take a look at how this moves. So it looks like it's moving to the right a little bit when I make the top layer visible. So I want to move it to the left just a bit, and still I got it pretty good on the horizontal, or rather I got it pretty good on the vertical, but let's see, now I went a bit too far. Because I'm talking to you instead of paying attention to what I'm doing here. Okay, that's this part in particular usually doesn't take me quite so long. Okay, Now I have it to where it's not showing any kind of change in position when I change the visibility. So go back to the zoom, select for zoom out. So now I want to make the center layer visible again, because watch, so we're still active on the new clipboard, and we set the opacity there to 50% and click on it, and there is what happens. And so now I want to layer, merge down, layer, merge down, and let's see, I haven't done this before. I'm going to try to save it as a GIF so I can maintain the transparency, and it's going to give me a message here. Export delays. Alright. So there we have the simplest of mandalas, the fourfold symmetry. We still have, now I'll show what we would do with these transparent sections in my last step of dealing with this, but I don't want to do it right here because, well, actually I could. Why don't I just go ahead? Let's zoom back in then. I'm going to use the color picker tool, and I'm going to pick out a color that seems fairly neutral for my foreground color. And then I'm going to actually first, let's zoom back out again and select my fill tool and just, oh, that's not quite. Let's go back to there and select something a little darker. Let's try something a little closer to the edge here. Sorry about this, folks. This is just technical detail stuff. Okay. I really should have had some color selected going through this before that. I would just go, okay, that looks pretty good. So now let's save as. Save this one as a JPEG then. I don't have to change actually I'm gonna have to rename that one manually. At any rate, fourfold symmetry mandala rather than just fourfold symmetry, and there's the JPEG. Save it. Excuse me. There we go. I shouldn't have any transparencies in it now. Alright, so mandala with four-fold symmetry. There we go right there.